I got a question for you, Shane. Did you watch that King Talk episode where that one guy came up there and told us that he had 14 baby mamas?
I've been looking for it. I can't find. I keep hearing y'all talk about it, but I don't know which one it is. No, I didn't see it though. No, I didn't see that one.
All right, if you heard the way we was cooking him on that show,
Y'all keep saying y'all be trying to find
would
it.
you say that we were bashing him?
No, so I don't know because I didn't see it. So I think that you're misunderstanding what I'm saying. So when we have these conversations, I don't think that you guys are bashing, right? We can point out something and we can have a conversation about it. We may even have a hardcore debate, but it doesn't come off as bashing. Bashing is, y'all seen it. Come on now. And like you said, the algorithm is going to always show it over and over again. It's how you deliver it. There's no good intent involved in it. It's not about a conversation. Your main point is to get more people to follow you. It's pure entertainment. But what I need us to understand is they don't look at you individually. We are Black people. They look at us as a whole, whether we like it or not. Okay. You may think you're delivered because you went to the other side. You're not. You're still a Black person. You understand? So with that being said, we have to start looking good for each other. We have to start doing better as a people so that we can look good as a whole. Bashing one, thinking like, oh, it's not going to touch me. It does. It does. And if it doesn't affect you, it may affect your kids. Because whether you like it or not, you got Black kids. You're going to have a Black daughter. You're going to have a Black son. So the Black woman you talking about today, the Black daughter you producing tomorrow. You understand? So it trickles. You can't put something out there and think that you're just going to hide your hand and run because it's going to have an effect on your children. You understand?
Yeah, I understand. I don't disagree with that. Let's be specific, right? We know the channels that is out there wilding right now. We know some guys that have been exposed. We know Fresh and Fit has been wilding. We know that No Fugazi podcast has been getting cooked lately, right? Damn, never mind. Fuck it. Never mind. I'm gonna let somebody else talk.
So look, I wanted to say something. So I noticed. I think Alicia said something about degrading. Black women been getting degraded since slavery. I hate when people do that. I hate when people try to compare their situation to what our ancestors went back to. It's so much contrast between it. A lot of people even use slavery in relationships today. Like that term is being abused. Like it's so bad. So you got to look at the context between the Black women that were degraded during slavery. They were degraded because of that hatred, pure hatred for the color of their skin. That's a totally difference of Black women being degraded today for their image and behavior. Black women are beautiful, gorgeous. It's nothing wrong with their skin. Not in 2024. Black women are flat out gorgeous. So it's totally different from the Black women. Black women back then in slavery was gorgeous. But they were being degraded. They were
being degraded. I just feel like being degraded is being degraded. And my point was not to compare how how it was a difference. My point was to say that it's been going on this long. It wasn't
and that's the problem. When you try to say that, when you try to extend the duration of what's been going on today all the way back to slavery, is very inaccurate. It's very inaccurate because
very accurate. Very accurate.
The type of degrading or whatever has been going on with Black women was not going on back in slavery. Black men was not treating Black women like Black women wasn't being criticized for single motherhood, for poor choices, for dressing promiscuity, none of that shit in there back then. So you got to kind of only extend that to a certain point, maybe in the 70s or some shit like that, or 60s. But to try to go back all the way back to slavery and try to put yourself among those ranks with those women, you got to understand how those women will eat all this shit up today. I'm like, what? I don't give a fuck. I got a Black man on me. I'm good. The Black women back then is way totally different. The things they had to deal with back then is totally different. So you can't really extend what's happening today back then. You get what I'm saying? It was total hatred for the color of your skin. That it didn't matter about your damn sneakers, your thong, your string hanging out your ass, none of that. They didn't like your skin, period. So today it was all about your behavior, the choices you make, and your image, the way you carry yourself. You don't represent family. You don't represent that you want to be married, like the image. And when we talk about single mom, when we talk about categorizing people, we talk about single moms. You got to kind of understand why people probably think most black women are, or they say all black women are single moms or whatever. If you look at the numbers. So for example, if you look at the women that's been on this panel, out of the 4 women on this panel, show of hands, how many of y'all are single moms? So if somebody somebody walked away from the panel and said all the women on the panel are single moms, how can that be bashing if we're just stating the obvious? If 4 out of 4.
That's not bashing.
That's bashing.
Huh?
It's only bashing because your main opinions on how you view single moms. I think if y'all main opinions about single moms was like, some of them are hard workers, some of them actually try, some of them get their boys in sports and stuff like that, I don't think they would mind hearing it coming from you.
So you want us to praise you for what you're supposed to do.
No, it's just that's what we do. That's what I'm saying. It's not always bad, but when y'all speak about bad moms, it's most of the time in the bad light.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So when you hear, so when you say
if it's a single mom out there busting it open, don't talk about her because she's taking her kids to practice.
Well,
no, I'm just saying all the single moms that take their kids to practice don't bust it open. That's what I'm saying. You just seen how you compared that as if those single moms who do well also does bad because they're single moms. Like, it's weird.
Right. And most single moms.
So basically what you're saying is the single moms who actually know how to cook and put clothes on their kids' back, don't talk about them because they, even though they had a baby out of wedlock and all this other stuff and still busting it open today, don't talk about them because
all of them didn't have babies out of wedlock either. I just want to say that too.
Okay, how many women on this panel had a baby out of wedlock?
Relationship for 17 years. So I never had a baby out of wedlock. So everybody's story is
on a scale from 1 to 10 in society, how many black women are having babies out of wedlock?
I don't know. It wasn't me.
So I just said,
you know what the crazy part about it is? We got black women that's supposed to be praising themselves as the most educated. But when it comes to looking up stats to actually shed light on your fallacies,
I'm trying to tell you the stat.
Okay, go ahead.
I just sent Trev a stat, right? I think that what happens is, so there are a lot of black women who have kids, absolutely. And even if it's 50%, that's a lot when you're talking about majority of people who have children. I think what happens, even